All right, we are back in the Creative Corner on Create and Hustle, where we like to ask creatives, how did you take your idea and turn it into a business? And now we are joined with Tamia Parker, who is having a special grant class. Now, I know you guys been listening to me talk about money and all of that. So now Tamia is going to help you try to fund your business, your creative project, or all of that. So Tamia, welcome to Create and Hustle. How are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you. Glad to be here.
Thank you for joining me. So, the power of the internet is something that I always say is great. And today I just happened to be on Facebook exploring the world. And I came across, you came across a post that I had posted about grant writing, and you are putting together a grant course. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I work as an executive director for a nonprofit organization in Dallas, Texas called Commissary is Very Necessary. And what we do is we're an opportunity organization. So we like to bring opportunities to the residents in our communities and those that we serve. So a lot of people in our communities open nonprofits, and a nonprofit is non-profit for a reason. Like we're not really in it to make the money, but at the end of the day, you gotta get the money if you want to serve the people.
Exactly.
So we offer a free grant writing class, which is online. So it doesn't matter where you are, you can join the grand writing class, and it's free. It's 10 weeks. We are in partnership with Legal Aid of Northwest Texas here
Okay.
in um, in Dallas. So we're both in partnership. So our organization does 5 weeks and their organization does 5 weeks. We get into the grant writing, like what you need to do, tips and tricks and like things that people really don't tell you when it comes to grant writing. And what legal aid does is they get into like the business side of learning how to fill out your 990 EZ and learning about the tax, like the tax franchise that you have to do every year, but they teach you how to fill out that one little form where you never have to fill out that form again. So it's just
Mm,
little bitty things that you might not know. This class will teach you, it'll just, give you some tips and tricks, because at the end of the day, grant writing is not easy. So if anybody told you that, they are lying, okay? But it is rewarding and it's fun, and if you know what to do, you could be even more successful. So that's what we like to teach them.
We're in the Creative Corner on 106.1 FM Richmond with Tamia Parker, who is here, and she is going to be one of the leaders of a grant writing course that is happening online. So, question for you, is this one of the first grant writing classes that you guys are doing, or is this something that you have done before? Tell us a little bit about
Yes,
that.
this is not the first class. We have been doing this for like 2 years now, but this is the first time that we've actually been in partnership with Legal Aid of Northwest Texas. So this is really going to be like this is just such a great opportunity because you get like the personal side and you get the business side. When I
Mhm.
teach a class, I'm keeping it personal because I write grants all the time. So I know exactly what I'm talking about, And when they do the business side, these are lawyers, so they're talking about the paperwork
Gotcha. The
and the things
paperwork.
that you need to fill out to make sure that you stay in compliance and you don't lose your nonprofit, or your business, because there are grant opportunities for small businesses as well, especially if you are a woman of color, there are definitely a lot of funding opportunities out there for-profit businesses as well. So,
So Tamia, let me ask you also, when it comes to grant writing, let's say I don't know anything about anything, I might know how to write a paper because I went to school or something like that. Where would I go to kind of search my grant opportunities to kind of see what's out there and what matches the field that I'm in?
you would go to Google. Okay, you would go
Yo,
to
it's
Google.
so funny you say it. People hate when you say that. I tell people that all the time. It's open 24/7. You could
I
go.
mean, you would type in grants for whatever. you're in Virginia, even you could even get it down to Richmond if you wanted to. And because the best place to get grants from is from the foundations that's in your city. Like
Oh,
I'm going for a Dallas foundation, trust me. There's going to be a Richmond foundation. Like you have foundations in your city that are right there for you, and they're getting it more into Black and people of color. So they're getting more interested in, giving money for that because, it's about time, after 2020, it's about time. So it's a lot
so
of opportunities.
is this something that the pandemic kind of brought on? Because I know you said 2 years, and then now we're coming up on 2 years after going into the pandemic. Was this something that you started kind of because of that, or was it something you were doing prior to that?
Well, before the grant writing, we were really out there in the streets, really like trying to protect our apartment complexes. It was more about public safety
Oh
because a
wow,
lot of
okay.
things were happening. So we had our strong Black men out there, protecting the communities. But as the world shut down, and there was a lot of opportunities for people to get money, people didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And even when the grants started arising, you saw them piling up. People didn't know how to apply. People didn't know even, the first thing about writing grants. And that's where the free grant and writing class came into. So yeah, it was definitely spun from a need from the pandemic, but this is free. As a nonprofit organization, we are giving this service for free. And I created a workbook that they can take with them that gives them valuable information on how to write a grant. It's basically a grant written out for you, but
Hmm.
with detail of this is what you need to put in this particular spot. So, I mean, I can't do more for you than write the grant myself. You know what I'm saying? So I think I've given a great tool for the people who come to the class.
Well, people, you heard it first. Tamia has been giving us gems on grants and everything that they could do for you and your business. So, Tamia, let the people know where they can find you online, how they can get some assistance if they needed a word or two, and also how they can register for the class, because I may need to step up in there.
Okay. So our website is www.civn.org. That stands for Commissary is Very Necessary. And you can sign up for the class up until about, I'll give you 5:45. You can sign up for that class and I'll send you the Zoom link. I was thinking about putting it online maybe next time. The class is 10 weeks, like I said. So every Tuesday at 6 p.m., there will be a class on free grant writing, and it will either be CIVN or Legal Aid Northwest Texas. But we're going to be in the house every week, so we
Is
want
it
to make
something you
sure
have to
that
do the whole 10 weeks?
you do not have to do it the whole
Okay.
10 weeks. It's free, so it's all
Okay.
about you and your time and when you want to come. But we will be discussing different things every time. So it won't always be the same exact topic. But we're recording it as well. So we will, once we have all the recordings together, we'll put it out there for people who miss classes. So, but
Everybody,
yes, civn.org. That's where you can go.
civn.org. You guys heard it first from Tamia Parker. Thank you, Tamia, for coming into the Creative Corner and
No
sharing your thoughts
problem.
with us on Create and Hustle, the show where we like to ask creatives, how did you take your idea and turn it into a business? And Tamia is helping us write these grants, y'all, so y'all better get on it. Thank you for
Okay.
coming and joining us, Tamia. We will talk
Thank
soon.
you. Okay. Bye.
Let me